It's the Dead Panda Podcast, and we talk about stuff such as stand-up comedy, improv comedy, and we ask people to share the feelings.
Storage room there?
No, this is my bedroom.
That's your bedroom?
Yeah.
Do you have a bad back, Luke? Do you have a bad back?
Yeah, like kind of messed up back and neck, pussy and crack.
So you definitely don't use that for like sex purposes?
I mean that too.
You're like, sometimes I like to fuck like Batman. It's fine.
He likes to jerk off using it so he makes sure he can come in his own face.
Oh
yeah,
no!
Well, I see how much I can catch in my mouth, and then I spit into a cup. I'm like, oh, 5 milliliters today. That's pretty good.
I feel like you could just cut out the middleman on that and go straight to the cup. Probably.
That's what I've tried. I've tried telling him just aim for the cup, but he's like, you don't know. You're not a doctor. And I have been recording, so welcome everybody to the Dead Panda Podcast.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect. Is it just going to be audio or is it going to be video as well?
It's going to be video as well. Yeah.
We have YouTube
Nice. Okay,
and
cool.
we're on all the major platforms.
So glad I did not put on pants. Since we're doing video.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes 3 of us. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there like he has his shirt off. He's fucking eating Oreos. They're just getting stuck in his chest hair.
Yeah, ugh.
Disgusting.
White dudes in their chest hair. Just got to be shorn like an Asian boy. Come on.
I have like 4. Yeah, you can't see him.
You have 4 of them?
Yeah,
I just saw a lot of glowing white skin. That's what I saw.
oh my god, like it's the glisten from the window. I'm not that white.
Now I'm gonna have to do After Effects when I'm editing this to knock down the highlights on that.
Perfect.
So we got Mr. Nick Larson with us today, and tell us a little bit about yourself. You're from crazy motherfucker from Stockton.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I am from Stockton, California. I don't know if anybody from Reno knows where that is. It's south of you guys. If you guys know where Sacramento is, it's about 45 minutes away from Sacramento. That's all you need to know. Don't ever come visit. We have a minor league baseball team. We have a hockey team, but other than that, there's no reason to come here at all. There's nothing.
Unless you want. What if you want to live like a life of crime? Would that be a good
life of crime? Then definitely come here. This is Gotham. This is Gotham City. It is. You know what I mean? That's what you want. I mean, if you want a good hot dog from the baseball game and then some crack, you come here. You get both one trip. It's fantastic.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Have you guys ever been down here before?
No, like when this COVID stuff was coming out, I went down to Modesto. I don't know how far that.
Even better. Modesto is even better. Tis a fine city. It's the capital of meth.
I did like a show at like the Brave Bowl. It's like I guess it's like a gay bar, maybe a strip club. They had a stripper pole there. So like I was performing on stage with a stripper pole.
Yeah, hence the inversion table.
That's how you know it's classy, when there's a stripper pole inside the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know. Maybe they hold classes and they do workouts. You have no idea what they do there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Could be either or. You know.
And I only went to Stockton once while I was working with a county fair, and there was some daredevils, and they would shoot each other out of the cannons, and then one day they actually aimed the cannons at each other.
Oh, nice! There you go. That's that shows you how bright they are. Let's fly towards each other. That's
the crowd liked it. They seemed awesome. Okay.
The crowd loved it. They have an IQ of 60.
Oregon's everywhere.
Everybody there.
You get to keep what flies in your lap.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. So, how many episodes have you guys done to this so far?
This is our 10th one. We started it in January. So we're trying to do like once a week. We aren't one of those fly-by-night podcasts that popped up in the the COVID, because I think 90% of those, like, it's just like, oh my God, we're bored. Let's make a podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
See how many of those will stick around. I guess
Yeah.
you've been doing a podcast since like 2014 or
I think 2013. We've been doing it for 7 years. 7 years the podcast is going great. No sponsors, no income whatsoever from the podcast, but it is so fun. So fun. Really enjoy it. And well, now that Saul Trujillo is my co-host, now that he's in LA, it's a little bit harder to get episodes out, but whenever he does come, we try to do at least 2. And yeah, try to make some episodes. But other than that, it really is fun to do. I enjoy it a lot. Obviously I don't do it for the money since I've been doing it for 7 years, but it is fun. It really was a way just to be on the mic without going to shows, you know. So you're on the mic, you're getting your ideas out, you know, you're riffing with each other, so that helps out a lot. I do a lot of riffing on stage, so I feel like that really helped me tremendously when it comes to like riffing. So now, you know, being around him, and he's a huge pothead, fucking huge pothead, and he has these weird thoughts. I could hang with him because of my riffing skills, just from doing the podcast.
now. Is his voice real or is that?
It is real. It is a real voice. It's a real Saul voice. And if you guys have never heard Saul, go to at Saul Comedy, and you can hear his voice as well. He's a real person, I swear.
What Amazon Prime series is he on? Like
He's it's Laugh. Is it Laughs After Dark or Laugh After Dark? It's either with an S or not an S. I don't know. I think it's Laughs After Dark. Laugh After Dark?
that doesn't sound right. So
I know it does. It sounds weird when you say Laugh After Dark. I get it, I guess, but there's only one laugh after dark.
yeah, that was it.
Yeah, you get a chuckle, you get a ha from a stranger in an alley, and that's it. Ha! Good one. Here's a quarter. Goodbye.
And would you say when you're working with somebody that does more recreational marijuana use, would you say that either limits or prohibits creativity, or just kind of adds to the wealth of it? And would it make you dig deeper to find those riffs, or is it just like eating the low hanging fruit?
On his end or my end?
For your end, and then
From my end, I think it is. I believe it adds to the wealth. It does, because that forces me to keep up with him, to keep up with his beautiful, beautiful, ridiculous brain, and see what I could come up with. And I've come up with some crazy shit, and I'm like, look, I don't even need marijuana because I already think like this. So you guys continue to smoke, and I will continue to be a weirdo. Because these are the thoughts in my head. And the podcast is like it's 2 parts ridiculous, 2 parts racist, and 1 part silly. So it's fun. It's 5
Who are
parts.
you racist against? Pretty much everyone.
Everybody gets hit. Everybody gets hit in the podcast.
that actually leads me into a question. I had a few questions prepared for you, and the racism leads me into something.
Questions.
Perfect.
I like it.
So it's like, what genetic changes would you make to humanity to create a better species?
What genetic changes would I make to humanity to create a better species? Wow. That's fucking deep, dude. Do you smoke?
I wanted to get to know. No, I was actually going to talk to Luke about maybe I should start
Do you
smoking.
smoke?
Uh,
Yeah, I think so. That's deep, man. That's
genetic changes.
That's world-changing things.
We gotta.
I really do feel like you're asking the person that's taking too long in the aisle. You know, you're like, can you just be a better individual, please? These are the things I would change about every stupid person in the world. Pretty much, you're like, I would make them walk across the crosswalks faster. I'd make them have their money in their hand when they're in the checkout line. I would have them know what they wanted to order at a restaurant immediately, at the fast food venue, things like that. You know, anything that I deem that is annoying to me, I'm like, just Thanos, snap them away. Just bye, you're gone.
So you're a man of efficiency. You just want to cut out all of these bullshit. I respect that. All right.
Don't we all though? Don't we all? Do you like waiting around when somebody's like taking way too long to order something? You're like, I just want to go home and not wear pants again. Let's do this.
No. Yeah, I've been getting mad at the stores lately because of like stuff like that. Like I'm trying to stay 6 feet apart, and then people have to look at every single can of soup to decide which one has the best salt count in it to
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm surprised they don't have they don't have like the cursors everywhere throughout the store. It's always by the checkout line. But I think we should keep that. I think we should hold on to that because, I don't know how many times I've had somebody on the back of my neck, like inches away from me in line, just like breathing on my neck.
yeah, mouth
Like,
open. Yeah.
are you fucking hitting on me, dude? Like, are we? I thought he was gonna grab my ass for a second. I was like, I need the space. I don't want this kind of closeness. I need distance. 6 feet, please.
I would
6
like
feet.
it if they would grab your ass, because then at least you know where
Really?
they're at with it, and if they're like, because it's the suspense that kind of gets to me.
Nice. So you like a good unwarranted groping? Okay.
I just want to know
Nice.
intentions and not like the.
We're learning about you. It's nice. You're like, grab my cock. I don't fucking care. Now I know what your intentions are.
Yeah, if you're thinking about it, just do it already, man. I'm tired of this game.
Just do it already. I like that. I don't know if that should be a thing for everybody. We should probably put that on hold. But for you, we'll make an exception. Everybody else, don't just do what you want to do. That's just don't go do it. I mean, I feel like we'd have like a lot more kidnappings and rapes and stuff. Probably. Just go do it. You want a child? Go get one. Don't. That'd be horrible. But there you go. Mike's into it. Yeah. What's next question? What do you got? What else you got?
You want-
That was a
okay.
good question.
Oh,
But it,
for the last one, I think that everyone should have 2 dicks, obviously.
2 dicks? Everybody should have 2 dicks?
I mean, because I've already ruined my first one, so like I would like a replacement.
Really? What'd you do? Did you fall on it? Is it sprained? You sprained your dick?
Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah,
Well,
he's like, yeah.
The girl's like fucking.
It was
they
the
go
inversion
too
table, wasn't it?
hard. Yeah.
You didn't latch yourself in properly. You fell on your dick. You're like, I want a new one. My dick was in my mouth. I did not like it. Now I look at my dick
Chambers,
angrily.
They burst, and then like mine is like straight, but then it has this whole like not growth on the side, but yeah, it almost
like
looks
your
like a
hand
huge
gestures.
boil.
You have a boil on your. Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, you should have a new one.
Yeah, new dick for Luke.
That's
Please.
HP.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine looks.
Let's find Luke a new dick. We'll go to the hospital. We'll get you some cadaver dicks. I think you should play with it. You should. I mean, obviously you're gonna play with it, but you should have fun with it. Get a couple different colors, stack them together. Have like a rainbow dick.
Oh
Be
yeah,
nice.
very nice.
Mostly black, obviously.
You got
The
black,
length-
white, Asian.
Yeah.
I don't
the
know where
white's gonna be at the tip.
Where do Latinos and Mexicans fall? Like, I don't think there's
right in the
a
middle. You're gonna have to have the Latino at the bottom because it's girthy. So
Oh,
you want
okay.
that at the bottom, and then you'll have the black for the length, and then probably
You want
You're
that
gonna have to have-
uncircumcised
I don't know if you
white
want-
dick on the top for that sleek look, that aerodynamic kind of dolphin bottlenose feature.
there you go. I like it. There you go. See, you're build a dick.
And
I
the,
like it.
And the balls of a Middle Eastern man. Hairy, commanding of respect.
Oh, there you go. Hairy, girthy, lengthy, sleek dolphin dick.
Whatever the
Musky.
woman wants, you have it. Like,
There you go. You guys, this is already. We should patent this idea. It's gonna be great. Fantastic idea.
it's gonna be fantastic.
That
Yeah,
actually
but
leads
see-
me into my next question.
Hold on a second. It's not that you want to get rid of the bad dick. You want 2 of them. Why would you want 2? Why do you want to hold on to that one that you don't even like
Well,
looking
like,
at?
the second one looks like way better in comparison.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Hey, you want my dick? It's like, how about this one? All right, that's workable.
Oh, so by
Yeah.
comparison, you're like, okay, I
Exactly.
see.
That's
So you'll show them like
It's
clothes
like you
that are
could do a
torn and
whole
be like,
lot
"But
worse.
this is a lot better.
Yeah.
I see, but it's all in the same visit. It's like you could do worse. Look to the left.
It's a classic
There you go.
sales pitch. It's a classic sales strategy. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you're in
Luke's
the
on to
business for
something.
this,
Bait and
Dick.
switch.
Yeah, this.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
nice. Yeah.
I like that because it's not like you want to replace it, but it is like, well, I've had it my whole life and it just recently became ugly, So I want to hold on to it for nostalgia.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. I like that.
Got through my
That's
formative years with this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my best friend. We've gone through a lot, but as of recently, he's gone through some changes and he's not the same. And I would like a replacement.
It's
Got
time to
some
bring in
really
the
rough
closing
hand
picture.
jobs and
Like you just
Exactly.
make it go back to the bullpen, throw like cool off, and then bring in that relief pitcher for the last inning.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, and then but the previous Dick can't walk off angrily because he got taken out of the game. He's still there. It's like you have the new pitcher on the pitching mound, but the other one's standing also next to the new pitcher. You're like, hey, you're doing pretty good. I used to be there. I used to be right there.
You know what? If you got any questions, just come to me. I can tell you a few things. I got some tricks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you just have one set of balls, would like one ball be routed to like?
Oh, so you could like just shoot loads like a fountain.
Yeah, perhaps. Although that's not really where it comes from. It comes from the what's that little walnut shaped thing?
The prostate?
The prostate, yes. That's
That
where everything's
walnut
stored,
shaped
right?
thing.
That creates
You're
the
like,
seminal
that thing-
fluid to carry the
That
sperm.
thing that my girlfriend hits inside my anus. That thing. What is that called?
Yeah, that's the prostate.
When I'm at my inversion table, it's easy access.
Well, like it puts the prostate into a better position for.
Yeah, definitely. You see, we know what the fuck is up now, Luke. We know what you're into. I like it. That's good. Okay, what was you were heading into the next question? What was the next question?
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. So, what kind of apocalyptic dystopia is most likely, and can you support your answer with hard facts?
What apocalyptic utopia? Is that what you said?
Dystopia.
Dystopia.
Opposite.
Okay, the opposite of it. Okay,
Everything's bad.
It will be The Walking Dead without the zombies, pretty much. That's what it would be.
And can you back this up with any kind of facts or?
Yeah, because zombies aren't real, and that would never happen. So, hard facts right there. Ask any medical professional. The body would not be able to survive without blood flowing to the brain. So, yeah. Oh,
Interesting.
there you go.
All right, and Luke,
You can't be a decaying figure and still move around with no muscle tissue. So, it doesn't work that way.
I mean, the
But we
most
still
obvious.
get people shooting each other, and businesses closed and things like that. Pretty much.
Do you think you would have any qualms about killing someone if they were a zombie, or what if you were your girlfriend or fiance? I don't know, or wife, or I don't know.
Girlfriend, yeah.
Girlfriend. Okay. If she got bit and she's like, "Oh shit, Nick, I'm gonna turn." How long would it take before you capped her? Like.
Well, I mean, what would be how long would it take for me to have sex with her before she turned?
Mhm.
That would
Okay.
probably be the thing. You got to get the last one in, right?
Well,
You got to get the like when you break up with someone, you got to get that last goodbye
Oh,
sex session in, right? And then you're like, okay, well, you just release her into a pasture and let somebody else do it.
but like, okay, if she turns like mid-sex, she like turns into a zombie. Do you finish or?
I don't know.
Just-
Maybe it's hotter. Maybe she clamps down on it. I have no idea. We got to weigh the options, and we got to do it quickly. So I don't know. I say maybe I guess like the thrashing around and stuff. It might be a little bit better. It might be cool. Might be good. And then you just put her out of her misery, or like I said, you just get done. You clean up, lock her in the room, and let somebody else find her as she turns. You're like that's, and then you just hang at the back of the door. It's like, I'll miss you. And then you walk away.
So the correct answer is actually the Kevin Costner Waterworld dystopia would probably be the most likely.
Oh, the water. So we will be underwater, and then we will be drinking our own pee.
Well,
I already do that.
you can drink each other. You don't have to drink your own pee. You can drink other pee.
I filter it. Like,
You filter it through what, like
Yeah.
a Brita system?
yeah,
or-
pure.
Okay.
Brita doesn't do it. I got
It
the
doesn't do
pure with like the really long filter, so
Yeah, the
it
charcoal.
doesn't get all of the color out, but it gets the piss flavor. But
You just gotta pee in sand, dude. You gotta pee through sand.
well, and I'm not gonna
Filters
get
it all
cancer
out.
because I drink my own piss. That's how it works.
I see. Yeah, because does that mean you're alkalized or?
It's something scientific.
Yeah.
I have celery and I drink my own piss.
You have celery. Celery helps your pee out. Is that keeps you clean?
But it alkalizes you, you know.
Nice. And you drink a lot of water. Oh, while your own pee. You just have a stockpile. Do you put celery inside the pee too, so it could?
I mean, yeah. Sometimes.
If you leave celery in a cup of pee, it'll start absorbing it and turn a different color.
Yeah. No. You just have it in the glass like it's a fucking Bloody Mary. You know what I mean?
Well, like if you like cut off the bottom of celery and leave the roots, it'll like sprout new ones. So
Really?
you can,
Nice.
That's a fun tip
just
for
giving
you. You can grow it
nourishment to your new celery. I like it. There you go. That's dope.
I can I have some piss celery in a couple weeks. I can send you some.
I would not like to partake in that, but I appreciate the offer.
I'm just looking out for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Maybe I'll try my own one of these days, but not. Most likely not. Like 100% not, but it's the thought again.
I think if there is a dystopia, I mean, it's obviously going to be like Idiocracy. I don't know if you've seen the Luke Wilson movie.
Oh, shit, we're already there.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
I saw it a long time
ago. We're like 90% of the way there. Like, Mike Judge is already.
Yeah, what is Terry Cruz's president, Camacho or something like that?
Yeah. Well, he's like a WWE superstar. And
yeah.
Look, Trump was on WWE, so same difference.
That's perfect. Yeah, for sure. All right. I like this. I like the direction we're going. This is cool.
All right. As a comedian, Mr. Larson, do you think that people have the right to happiness, or do you think it's something that they have to earn?
As a comedian, I have to do that choice as a comedian if a person has the right to happiness.
Or do you think they have to earn happiness?
No, I think again, another deep question. No, I think everybody should just be happy. That would be ideal, right? A utopia, not a dystopia. A utopia, everybody would be happy, and by your own choices, that's how you're gonna judge if you're gonna be happy or unhappy, right? I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that.
Yeah. So you see happiness as
question.
like a choice or almost a perspective on your life.
Yeah. I mean, it all boils down to that, right? It all boils down to your choices, if you're going to be happy or unhappy. I mean, you could definitely be inside all day and be happy, I think. And if you go outside, you're like, I'm unhappy because somebody broke into my car. And that did happen. That's what happened a couple days ago. My car got broken into, and I was unhappy, right? And there was nothing that I could do about it. So then I became not happy still, but I just got over it. And I got to eventually be happy again because I'm on a podcast with you, fine gentlemen, talking about drinking pee. So
don't forget our dick conversations.
Oh, dick conversation too. Right. Rainbow dick. Yeah, but let's just all strive to be happy, and then we'd have a lot less unhappy people, I think.
I mean, do you think part of being happy is kind of like contributing to the happiness of others? Like, do you sort of get fulfillment from comedy in that way?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, that is a good point though. Like, if somebody's an asshole, like, do I want them to be happy? Probably not. But as long as they don't do anything to me, I guess find your happiness in your own way. But also, probably, if you're a horrible person, just do die.
Yeah.
I like that answer because this whole time I was thinking if rape makes you happy, you probably shouldn't be happy.
That's true. And that comes around to the just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do what you want to do. We're back to that. There we go. Even if it does make you happy. There you go. That's perfect.
Also,
So you're at.
go ahead.
Oh
Luke.
yeah. Okay. So you started comedy around the same time as the podcast, or before that?
Yeah, I
or-
started March 6, 2012. So
Oh
I've been
wow,
doing it
you
for
know the
8 years
exact
now.
date. Why is that?
Well, why do I know? Because I made a post, and so it's in my memories on Facebook, so I know every time. And then after that, I put and this is my anniversary right here, anniversary day, and it was also 10 days right before my actual birthday, so perfect. Yeah, so it was easy to remember.
I'm a Pisces
Yeah, I just-
too. We're both.
You're a Pisces too? Oh my gosh, we are connecting. We are connecting on all fronts.
Get out of here, Luke. I think you should leave the call.
All right. So
All right.
No, he's gonna use his inversion table. Luke's not wearing any underwear.
No. Funny enough, Luke's actually just in the room behind me. We actually live together.
Mhm.
But,
he's right back there.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's inside the closet.
Yeah. Oh shit! Now I'm gonna have to. we're gonna have to-
Figuratively and yeah,
That
literally.
would be hilarious if you were on the inversion table and you like slowly crept back. It was me the whole time.
I know in post we could make that happen, but I don't know if that seems like a lot of effort for editing this.
That would be hilarious. That'd be hilarious. It could be like an end clip, like as the podcast is done, you you do an alternate video, like not an alternate, but like an extra video at the end, where it's like you coming off of the inversion table, be like, oh, that was a great pod, and you'd be like, all right, let's go get something to eat and touch our weenies separately, of course.
How does he know what
Unless-
what have you been talking to him about, Luke? God
He's
damn it!
listening
You
to
are
our
two
podcast.
gentlemen that live by yourselves. I know what the fuck you guys do. You guys.
We
Podcast,
live
you
with my
touch your dick.
fiance. She lives here.
Okay, but you still.
Yeah, we don't include
know
her
what
in
I'm
when we're
talking
touching
about.
each other's
Yeah,
wiener.
like she wants to be a part of it, but like,
No, it's
no
not.
girls allowed. you
Yeah.
know?
No, girl, He-Man woman hater club. No, but girls can't touch her. When we were together, girls can't touch her weenies. Is that?
Yeah.
You got to bro out.
That's
Sometimes
our
you got to bro
thing.
out.
Mhm.
That's our
And
thing.
for 30 minutes afterwards, have to.
Like you're going for a swim.
Yeah, exactly.
Your refractory period. You got to rock out with your cock out. You can do it.
So you're actually dating your girlfriend as a comedian as well, or?
Yeah, she's a comedian. Yeah, she's
So
been doing it
do
for
you
8
think-
years too.
Yeah, is that like? I've never dated a comedian. Like, is that preferable, or is it kind of weird,
Well,
or
you know
does
what?
it?
We've been talking about this for a while, and it just depends on the person. I think because I mean, just because we're comedians doesn't mean we're too different from each other. You know, we're still people at the end of the day. Obviously, just like celebrities fucking say that stupid shit. We're still people. All right, we still have feelings. It's like if you find the right person, the person that you're kind of you match with, then it's cool. Like her and I are pretty similar. Like actually very similar. That's an understatement. We're very similar, so we get along fucking perfectly. You know, it's it is that cliche shit where we like kind of like finish each other's sentences and shit like that. It's a lot of that. So it's pretty awesome. You know, so you can date a comedian as long as they're a cool person. You know, because I mean, we'll be honest. Most of the time we're narcissistic fucking assholes. And we have a chip on our shoulder, and you'll find other comedians that are a lot worse, you know, than most of us. And don't be with that person. Don't be with that kind of person. If they're a fucking dickhead, you probably don't want to be with them in general, even if they weren't. If they were a fucking clerk at Save Mart, don't be with that person because they just suck. They are a shitty human being. You know what I mean? And they don't deserve happiness. There you go. So
People that work at Save Mart don't deserve happiness.
yeah.
That's all right.
Don't quote me on that directly, though. I don't need Save Mart employees coming up. I'm just giving comparisons. All right. Compare and contrast. Doesn't matter if you're a comedian or not. If the person is cool, then yeah, definitely it can work. So I mean, if you come across a lady that you think is hot and she's funny and she's fucking cool as fuck, she's probably awesome, and you guys should be together. And it doesn't hurt that we have the same profession, so we understand each other, and we help each other, right? So that's a huge plus. I've written so much because like I said, from like doing the podcast, I've always done a lot of riffing. I always like just say outrageous shit off the top of my head, but I've never had anybody to go, hey, you should write that down. And now I have that. So I've been writing a lot more because I have somebody say, you should probably write that down, or that's funny, or that's a bit right there, So I'm coming with a lot more material.
I always get like, oh, you should be doing the dishes right now.
Yeah, well, I do that. I do the dishes after she cooks, so I don't have to worry about hearing that because they're already done. The dishes are already done.
Must be nice.
Yeah, well, there you go, Mike. Just do the dishes. That's all you got to do before she even asks. Just do them, and then she'll probably touch your weenie.
No, the truth
without Luke in the room.
My fiance is always like, "Stop doing the dishes." She's like, "Let me do the dishes," because I'm kind of the same way. I make sure that shit's done.
Oh,
otherwise,
no.
Yeah.
I see. Well, you do the dishes wrong, or is that what you're saying? Is that your ploy so you don't have to do anything? Is you do everything wrong? Like I did the laundry wrong one time, and then I can never touch the laundry ever again.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna actually co-opt that if you don't mind.
There you go. Go for it, dude. It's yours for the picking.
All right. Luke, bring us into our ad break.
Okay, we're going to take an ad break. Yeah.
Hey there, kid. That's a mighty fine stream you got there. What are you doing wasting all that piss there you got going on there for? If you know what you could do with that piss, why don't you take it and drink it up for yourself there? Wow, you go for a long time, don't you, boy? What a waste it is. I'm waiting. Oh, there we go. See this empty glass here? You know what you could do with this? What for? You could fill it up with some of your own piss. It's mighty filled with nutrients and toxins that you forgot. There you go. Ooh, pungent. Yeah, take a... Ooh, look at that. Drink it. Ooh, tangy. Oh, come on now. It's not that bad. Drink it down. Ooh, you like that. Chug it. Take it. And now you've got all those vitamins. They're good on ya.
Ever since I started drinking my own piss, I've received no health benefits or any kind of noticeable change in my life other than I smell like my own urine.
Drink your own piss today. Ooh.
Let me turn the recording back on for that.
Okay. Was he getting on the inversion table?
All right, let's just talk. Welcome back to our podcast. Thank you to our beautiful sponsor.
That's awesome.
We're still here with Mr. Nick Larson. Let me ask you something, Nick.
Howdy.
Were you always interested in comedy from a young age, or were you? Is this something that you something you found later on?
Yeah. I've been interested for a long time. How old are you guys?
34. Yeah.
34. Okay.
I'm 30, so yeah.
So you're 30. You're a little bit younger. I'm 35. So I'm sure you guys remember like Napster and LimeWire and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to download comedy albums and
Wow.
bits, anything that I could find, and I used to listen to stuff when I was like 10 and 11, and I had Comedy Central, so I used to watch Comedy Central all the time. I got into BET Comedy Jam and all that stuff. So I've been into comedy for a very long time, but it wasn't until probably a year before I started where people were like, you should probably think about doing stand-up. And then I was like, I never thought about doing that before. And then I didn't think about it for a while until somebody tricked me into doing an open mic. And now here we are.
Well, and I've personally only ever seen you once, but like you're so good, like personably, like you make the crowd like you really quickly, and that's something I've been trying to work on too, because it's a lot easier when they're on your side. Have you always been kind of that approachable and like that?
I don't think I was at first. I mean, I've always been kind of like a welcoming person. I've always been kind of open to people. It's never been hard for me to make friends. But I think when I first became a quote-unquote comedian, I think I was trying too hard to be a comedian, And I was going through, like, comedian routines and just trying to do my jokes on stage and make them sound like jokes. And it wasn't until I started doing, more riffing on stage, where I was like, oh, this is what it means when somebody tells you to be yourself on stage. Because I feel like when I'm riffing, that's me. Because I've always done that, and that's what I would do. Because obviously, you don't sit around with your friends and you tell jokes. You know, like you don't have a set up punchline. You kind of say funny shit, and people are like, "Dude, that's hella funny." And then basically, that's all I would do is I would hang around my friends and I would say outrageous shit. It was basically just riffing with all of my friends. And then when I started doing that on stage, I was like, oh, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I need to do more of. And the jokes were something that I needed to work on to get stronger, to go from crowd work and riffing to jump back into jokes, because you need strong jokes to jump back into, you know, or else you have this huge momentum shift. Like you're killing with jokes, and then you try to jump into crowd work, and if the crowd work isn't good, then you lose your momentum. It's vice versa. So if I'm killing with crowd work and I try to jump into a shitty joke, I'm losing my momentum. So I had to work on bringing the jokes up to get them as good as possible, you know? So, yeah. That's all I have to say about it.
Do you think like you have to get to a certain spot where you can get away with them? Or because I'll find myself like I'll be doing like a 3 minutes of my 5-minute set will just be me going off on some weird tangent. Like I'll see a butterfly in the room and just be like, doesn't that butterfly look autistic? And like get lots of laughs. And then I think my biggest mistake is not falling back on a solid joke. Then I'm like, where was I?
Yeah, if you're killing with crowd work, then you need to jump into something that's super strong to keep the momentum going. But yeah, I would say make sure on both ends. It's got to be like a bookmark. You got to make sure your jokes are super strong at the front and the back in order to sustain. If you're really good at riffing, you know, if you're killing with riffing, you got to make sure that you're sustainable throughout the whole set, you know. But, I mean, if you're using your 5 minutes to do 3 minutes of crowd work talking about a butterfly, that's pretty fucking brave. That's
I get a lot of compliments on
he's
that.
more of a riff comedian. I'm not so much.
Yeah, that's good. But, yeah, that's how I've always been. I've always been a goofball and said crazy shit. So now I feel like when I get on stage, people recognize that I'm just being myself, and they're along with me, you know? And also, it doesn't help to kind of, you have to be a character up there. Like, if you're going to be if you do dark humor, you can't just go up there and be dark just for the sake of being dark. People have to be on board first. You have to kind of open yourself up a little bit before you start jumping into dark shit. Or else they're like, this guy's fucking weird. This guy's a little bit different. But if you kind of give them like a little inkling of that you're just being silly, you're just being a character, even though you are being dark, then, you know, that's it's gonna work out a little bit better for you. Because I mean, we all know Anthony Jeselnik. I'm sure. I don't know if you guys seen like video of him when he was younger, doing stand up.
How young?
Like earlier in his career, you know, it takes time to establish that kind of character. You know, that you're a dark comedian and people are super on board with it.
Yeah, I think I've seen some of his earlier stuff, but
yeah, so it takes time to establish that kind of humor. So I mean, now he's a superstar and everybody knows he's dark. As soon as he says his first joke, people are on board already. You know, because they're waiting for him to say something fucked up. You know, but if you're a nobody, you have to ease into it. Yeah, nobody knows who you are. You have to ease into it. So I mean, just even if you are dark, no matter what it is, you just have to be likable up front immediately. You know, that people have to be invested in you right away, and you have to find that entryway. For what is it about me that will make me instantly likable as soon as I step on this stage?
That's a really good piece of advice. If you were going to, would you say that you could make like somebody who doesn't speak English laugh, or like maybe an alien that doesn't understand human like mannerisms and humor? Do you think you could make a creature from another planet laugh?
Interesting. Yeah, because I think I could do slapstick. I could do slapstick to get a laugh. You know, I'm very animated on stage. And I do voices and stuff, so I think I could probably make a foreign person or an alien laugh. You bust out some Jerry Lewis, you get a laugh, you get a chuckle.
Now, do you speak Spanish or not?
I don't. That's a big part of my set is talking about how I'm full-blooded Mexican and I don't speak any Spanish, and I'm very not Mexican. I'm very whitewashed. But yeah, I mean, you guys call me Larson, but it's actually Martinez. Martinez is is on my birth certificate. It's on my driver's license, but everything else is under Larson. Like all my
Why do you go
stuff,
by
my Social
Larson?
Security. Because of my stepdad. My stepdad raised me since I was 2 months old, and he started like going through the process of like getting all my shit changed in his name, but he passed away before he adopted me. So I'm like in this weird loophole of having two identities. You know, it's very strange. I have an alias.
Okay. Can you get 2 passports, or that'd be badass?
I probably could. I don't know. I might be able to. If they don't ask for my social security card, I could get one by showing them my license. You know, that my license it says Martinez, because I have a bank account in Martinez and I have a bank account in Larson. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
So if you guys can home can get that social security number too, you could probably get some access to either one of Nick's bank accounts. So
Yeah.
So, what are your goals for?
You want my debt? That's fine. You guys could take my debt. I have no discernible income whatsoever. You guys steal my identity. See how far you get. That'd be great.
So, what are your goals with comedy? Like, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years, or?
Where do I want to see myself in 5 years? I feel like I'm on an interview now. Like, obviously it's an interview, but like I feel like a job fair. I don't know. I want to see. I know within 5 years, I know I want at least a few, not just a couple. I want a few TV credits. I want a few TV credits. Maybe possibly, maybe like a small acting role on something. Maybe I could be like the kooky sidekick or some shit on a TV show. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a main character material, but that would be tight. That would be obviously the goal is to be like a main character on a TV show. Do something like legit. Have you guys seen that with Jim Jeffries?
Legit? No. What's that on?
That's his TV show. That was on FX. And then it was on FXX, and that's what fucking killed it by changing it over to that channel. But that was a great show. It was 2 seasons, and it was fucking amazing. Every episode was great. But it was like loosely based off of his life. It was really good. But yeah, that'd be something that I would be interested in, I think.
No, at some point,
like a
like
dramedy,
you move like down with Saul or to pursue those goals.
I don't
no?
know. I don't think so. I'd probably be more apt to drive back and forth because I have kids and I wouldn't want to move down there until they were older. Like when my daughter turns 16, if she's cool with me not being around as much, I'd probably move. But for now, I want to be by the kids, and that's another thing I think is going to take me a little bit longer to do shit. It's pretty hard when you have kids and trying to work everything out because you can't just like up and leave,
Right.
So that's rough. But hopefully, I don't have to wait too long. That would suck, but just fucking try to rip on stage every time. Try to be as funny as you can, and hopefully somebody important notices you. And just go through proper channels. Use your networking. Don't be afraid to network with people. If you know people that have connections and stuff, kind of, remain friends with them and ask them. You don't have to ask them who their contacts are, but ask them what they did. Like, what did you do to get on this, and if you feel like you're funny enough to do that, see if you could go through those same channels, and get an opportunity of your own, and hopefully it pans out for you.
Yeah, that's a really another good piece of advice is that as comedians, assuming that shows will come back, like we'll get to get on a stage someday, these are colleagues. Like you can network with them, and like that was something that I was shooting myself in the leg with forever. Is like because I was like not taking shots that I think that I was more ready for, so I just was doing guest spots at like little spots here and there around town instead of asking like, hey, give me a shot over here, because what the worst they're gonna say is no. And like
yeah, for sure. Oh, that's going to be so fun when comedy starts back up because you're going to hear fucking hundreds of thousands of comedians talk about being locked up inside.
Toilet paper joke.
It's going to be everybody's same joke is talking about being stuck inside. That's gonna be fun.
The only joke I've written so far is about like how I was accidentally a pimp for dogs and like just trying to do puns with like calling them my bitches and stuff, and like they started liking it when I'm rubbing their nose and piss and stuff. It didn't go anywhere. Yeah, it didn't get anywhere further than that.
And, yeah, the only I think I've just written like random shit just by saying again, like just saying weird shit. But I think the one good one I've come up with so far is finally coming to realization of why I was so angry with my son playing games all day when his whole life is just a quarantine. You know, he has no responsibilities. He has no bills to pay. He has nothing to do. So what the fuck else are you going to do as a 13-year-old kid? You're going to play video games. I've been sitting here playing games for 3 weeks straight. I get his life now. I can't be angry at him anymore. This is how it goes. It's like, I get you now. Now we're bonding. Now we're playing the same games together.
I have to talk to kids and they're like, I'm sick of games. I want to go back to school, man.
Oh man, that's when you know it's bad. I'm like, no, I haven't played games in like 5-6 years, so let's bring them on. What have I been missing?
What have you been playing lately?
I just downloaded The Last of Us last night, and I started playing that for a little bit. That's really cool. I am probably about like 70% done with Spider-Man. I've been wanting to play that for since it came out, but I'm like, I can't play games because I got shit to do. But now that I have plenty of time, it's a fucking awesome game. It's an awesome game. And then I downloaded Mortal Kombat 11. We've been playing that. My 6-year-old daughter fucking rocks at the game. She's kicking ass. She's winning on medium. She's pretty fucking good. She's a 6-year-old prodigy. She's fucking awesome. And then I downloaded all the Batmans, Batman Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, the Arkham Knight. What else did I get? The Sims 4. We played a lot of Sims 4. I've been building a lot of houses. I'm an expert. So if you guys need a house built, fucking hit me up.
I don't think Michael likes Sims 4.
We like Sims 3 in my house. We preferred.
Oh, what's the difference?
I have no idea. My wife was like, Sims 4 is garbage. Let's play Sims 3. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Oh, wow.
You don't even know why.
Yeah, you don't even. She's like, this is new. I don't like it. Ew.
She's like, if it doesn't have the Katy Perry expansion, I don't want to fuck with that.
Oh, no. You don't have that 2-dick expansion pack yet? You don't have that?
No, that's a mod. I had to install that myself.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get the dicks to be proportional. One's bigger than the other, and like.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's perfect.
All right, let me ask you another question here.
All right, go for it.
Why would you say that beauty is associated with morality?
Beauty is associated with morality? Is it?
I don't know. I was just thinking.
In a negative way? In a negative way, like you use your beauty to get what you want? It's not very. Your moral compass is probably a little off because people give you whatever you want because you're super hot.
I guess the question would be, would you perceive people who are more moral, like hoity-toity, high-class society types, would you perceive them as more beautiful than kind of like girls at baseball games with that extra button down, swilling some Coors Light and like eating nacho at the same time?
Interesting. I don't know. That's another interesting question. You're fucking full of interesting questions. This is awesome. I like it. No, you know what? Because I mean, just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you're attractive. You know what I mean? I'm a weird dude too when it comes to shit like that because people will be like, oh, this chick is fucking hot, or whoever's on TV, and I'm like, it's not really, not to me, you know.
What about Emma Stone? Like I'm attracted to her, but I feel like if she wasn't famous, I wouldn't be attracted to her. Emma Stone?
Emma Stone? She's cute, she's quirky, but I don't think she's like, I don't know if she's like, I don't know what you say. What do you, like, is she bangable to you? Is like, she's
yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you totally, like, I guess, I don't know. I don't think I see her like that, though.
All right, well, what about the 3 kids from Harry Potter? You gotta fuck one, marry one.
The 3 kids from Harry Potter? I definitely don't want to fuck Harry, that's for sure.
He has the best movie credits.
And it's another thing with that too is like a lot of the people. I guess what's her name? Hermione. What is it? Emma Watson.
Emma Watson. Yeah,
There's
she's
a lot of Emmas. A lot of Emmas. They're just cute, but I see them as like cute. Like Selena Gomez is fucking. She's cute, but she's not.
They look like
not
kids.
hot. She's
They
not
look like
they look like
adult
children.
children. Yeah.
Ariana Grande. They look like fucking children. Like why? I mean, unless you're a pedo, I guess if that's what you're into. But I like somebody who looks like a woman. You know, it's got a fucking woman's body, not a tiny person. Fucking no shape whatsoever. That's gross. They look like babies.
Yeah,
Ariana
they look
Grande
like
looks like
babies.
she's 13. And
Yeah,
she
that's why
sounds
I'm
like
dating
she
an
has
Asian
a
girl.
fucking, she has a deviated septum. It's not cute. I don't like it. But no, I think you can find beauty in just a random city. You'll find someone attractive. There's pretty people everywhere. That is not necessarily having to mean that they're going to be. They probably could be a celebrity if they were found. I guess because it's like one of us being a comedian. Like we just want to be found. One of those people that they could be famous. There's somebody somewhere that's an amazing actor, and they're just not found yet. So I don't know. That's how I try to see things, I guess. I'm getting deep.
And then continuing getting deep, would you say that God is dead?
Would you say God is dead? This is like very James Lipton.
He has his cue cards and shit. He has a fucking stack of questions.
He has a stack of cue cards in the fucking closet right now.
Luke was actually like, "Hey, get some questions ready in case we get some slow. Like, we need some chat points." So I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna find some questions.
This whole thing has been a questionnaire.
I didn't expect him to write shit like that. I expected him to ask "Oh, what's up with the deaf puppies" or something.
Yeah.
Real
These are good.
not these philosophical.
Yeah, God is dead. I don't know. Coming from someone who doesn't necessarily believe in God, I can't answer that because I don't know. I don't know if it's like what is that, agnostic?
Yeah.
Or they don't believe anything. I don't know.
Well, like atheism, you're like, oh, there is no God, no higher power, and agnostic, you're like, I don't know, maybe there is, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just indifferent about the situation. I don't know which way to lean. I'm like, I'm just living my life and I'm trying to be the best that I can be. I don't believe in God, but I'm still nice to people, It's not like, I'm using that as an excuse to be nice to people to get brownie points so I can get in some pearly gates. I just want to live life and be happy, and if there's something other than that, that's cool. That's dope. But for now, I'm just, I'm trying to make it as a fucking comedian. And that's it. That's all that matters to me. I just want to be happy doing that. I want to make people laugh. I feel like that's a noble thing to do. Just want to spend your life making people laugh and get a couple shillings for it. A couple quid.
Couple quid. But I think if you're a Christian comedian, you can write that off on your taxes.
Oh, that's right. Or no, you wouldn't have to pay taxes at all.
Yeah, there's like some kind of fucking exemption for that.
Yeah, that's dope.
Well, like Mark Christopher Lawrence, like he does like a lot of Christian shows at like churches and stuff, but then he also does like normal, like not super dirty, but like somewhat dirty comedy. Yeah. So I don't know. You can have the best of both worlds and just fucking write everything off. So.
Yeah. Well, look at Taylor Tomlinson. She started out doing churches and stuff. I mean, because and then she was like, "That's not. I don't feel like that's who I am. So I'm just gonna do what I do." And she's fucking hilarious. So I don't know. I just feel like just be as funny as you can be, and hopefully you get found. Hopefully somebody sees you. The proper channels. I don't know. It is what it is. If it doesn't happen, fuck it. I take dope photos, and I could just do that.
Yeah, you really did. The first time I actually met you, I was going to ask you to do some headshots, but then I got into a big fight with my fiance, and I was like, didn't go back to the club that weekend.
Damn.
That sucks.
I'm sorry that it happened because that burned a hole in my pocket. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can send you some pictures of me like at the park or something if you want to just enjoy that.
You know what? I've that is a new thing that people have been doing. I guess like photographers are having people pose and then taking screenshots of posed people and then like editing them up and sending them, and that's kind of like their way of making money doing edits for people, I guess. Like we're having a modeling session, but you're just in a different location. That's weird to me. I need the just like stage. Like I don't know if you guys have done Zoom shows at all. Have you guys done a Zoom show yet?
I mean, I did stabs, but that was basically you submit a clip. So I haven't done like a live show.
Oh yeah. No, I haven't done it yet. I don't want to. I don't want to.
I don't
it doesn't
either.
make any sense to me.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I need the engagement. You don't get the same. Even if you have 30 people that are signed into a Zoom thing and you're hearing them laugh, it's still not the same as feeling the laugh. Like you're in the room with them, you could feel the energy inside the room. You know, it's a different feeling than just hearing a laugh. That's not satisfying to me. I'd rather film things, write more, do podcasts, things that don't require that kind of sensation, you know? Because I know people will tell you up and down like, oh, you should do it. It's still that, but if they don't know that feeling to be up there and fucking murder on stage and have that feel a roaring of an audience, a Zoom show's never gonna hit that, no matter how much you fucking make off a Zoom show. That's just something that I'm not interested in doing.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
agree. Yeah, it seems like the worst open mic you can go to, where it's just like everybody's sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just having a bunch of robots laugh at you. That's what it sounds like. You're fucking looking at a phone and seeing individual pictures of people, or just hearing audio. That's weird too. That's super weird. I got to stand on a stage. I have to stand on a stage and I have to look people in the eye. That's how I do comedy. And how the fuck am I gonna riff? I can't riff. I can't riff on a fucking phone. I can't do that. It's bullshit. I can riff on a podcast. Let's do podcasts all day. Fuck yeah. You'd be like, hey, you down in the left corner. What are you wearing, dude? What's that outfit? That would be ridiculous. No. Yeah. Some dude with his shirt off, fucking half naked, just watching you and shit. That's weird. That's fucking weird. That's lazy comedy. That's what that is.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, Luke, what other questions do you have? Because my back is starting to hurt from carrying this interview.
Damn.
Yeah, I was curious about.
You're gonna have to jump on his inversion table mighty quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna need.
Oh shit. Yeah, I was like curious about like the deaf puppies and whatnot.
Yeah.
I guess Anthony K put that together. I mean,
Well, no,
is
it
it
was
more
like,
of like a loose
it's Chris
association
Teixeira.
at this point? Oh, it's Chris Teixeira.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I mean, the reason for people that don't know, Deaf Puppies is a comedy group. There's 9 of us. We're from the Central Valley, from Stockton all the way to Turlock, and now in LA because Saul, that asshole, had to leave. No, basically on Facebook, you know how you have just a group, you know, and you could name the group whatever you want. Well, Chris Teixeira has a deaf puppy, and everybody knows about the deaf puppy, and people would talk about the deaf puppy all the time. Eventually, just that kind of got stuck in his head, and he named the group Deaf Puppies. And then that's how we became to be. That's how we came to be, is just by people saying Deaf Puppy over and over. And Chris was like, I like the way that sounds. We're the Deaf Puppies. And we're this group of friends. And it started, so it's Chris Teixeira, it's Anthony K, Sal Trujillo, Jason Sohm, Taylor Evans, Connor Martin, Andre Morton, AJ DeMello, and then me. So, but like the original 5 are Chris, Anthony, Saul, Jason, and me. And then everybody else was kind of like afterwards. The new budding scene, the crew. So yeah, but it's a fun group. We try to do we're gonna do. Have you guys performed at Laughs Unlimited yet?
I was scheduled to until this thing came
Oh,
up.
no,
So
that
yeah,
sucks.
no.
Well, hit up Jenny and make sure she reschedules you. But yeah, we're gonna do a Deaf Puppy Laughs Unlimited takeover. So we'll be posting some content on that. But yeah. What else do you want to know about it?
Oh, like you guys network and stuff and get each other on shows, or
Yeah, pretty much. Usually, how it happens is if there's a show that's gonna happen and they need somebody, obviously we're gonna be the first person. One of the crew is gonna be the first person we try to get on the show. You know, that's just a given. And then like AJ just did he just did a special for Amazon Prime that should be released pretty soon, hopefully sometime next week. I filmed it, directed it, and edited it up. That's what I did. So I'm super proud of that. But yeah, we help each other out. Like he's doing a special, I do video. He's gonna come to me first about doing directing it and stuff like that. So we kind of keep it tight knit. And then now that he has this kind of entryway into Amazon, if it goes well, then he's like, well, who else do we want? Who do we think is the next person that could be doing a special for Amazon Prime? And then kind of open the floodgates, and try to get us all an Amazon Prime credit, and that'd be dope. And then we could go to Wayne at Pioneer and be like, I have fucking credits now. Headline me. I have the time. Okay, let me get up there.
haven't you headlined there once?
No, I've done a lot of hosting and I've done a lot of killing over there, but I don't have credits, so I can't headline the fucking club. Whatever. I need credits. Someday when I have that either Laugh After Dark or Amazon Prime, whatever, it doesn't matter. I just need it. I just need one. And I'll be making the big bucks. A whole $400 more.
That's something.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think 9 is like too many for like that kind of a group, or
Do I think 9 is too many? Yes, I do. It should have been 8, but AJ weaseled his way into the fucking group. So there you go. No, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. We're just friends. It's not like a real thing. I had we went through something with somebody called us out that we're not introducing new blood into our group, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're friends. It's like going to the cool kids at the fucking, well, I wouldn't say call us cool kids, but you get what I'm saying. You're in high school and you go to the group of jocks and be like, hey man, you guys need some fresh faces. Let me wear a Letterman jacket, dude. And they're like, who the fuck are you? Go away. We're friends here. We've established this group. Why are you trying to get in? No, we're not adding new people. It's not a real group. You're not going to fucking pay a tuition fee or something. You know what I mean? It's weird. Like, no, we're just a group of comics. It's not, it's nothing. It's really nothing. But if we come something, then I'll be like, yeah, bro, fucking Deaf Puppies for life. But for now, we're just a bunch of degenerates who just, say outrageous shit. And I'm kind of like the wrangler. I make sure that they don't fight with people and say anything crazy, because it is still kind of a brand. It's a local brand, but it's still a brand. And I have to tell them, like, hey, don't fucking fight with people and call them the C word on Facebook, because bookers will see that and they won't fucking book us anymore. So shut up. And then that's pretty much my job. I'm the PR person.
Yeah, because we have 5 of us that are technically part of like the Dead Pandas.
Dead Panda.
And
let me see if I remember this. The Dead Panda comes from somebody. Somebody asked you what kind of humor you do, and you said you do deadpan. Right?
Yeah, I was like saying different stuff, like, oh, I do guitar comedy, I do some deadpan. Well, I said some of my jokes have a deadpan delivery, and she's like, Dead Panda delivery? I'm like, no, Dead Panda.
Yeah.
So that's where,
yeah, that's like a way different Panda Express.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the worst Chinese restaurants.
Yeah. You want the Dead Panda?
But
that's cool.
Anyway, but like I don't want it to be a thing, because we're friends with like everyone in the scene. I don't want to like exclude people.
Exclude
but
people, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
But sometimes you have to. You got to be cutthroat and you got to be ruthless and fuck everybody else. You help out your friend. No, I have a lot of people
It's
tell
just
us
the
that
other
we're.
4 guys and me. That's
Yeah.
it. No,
I had a lot of people tell us that we're not welcoming in the comedy scene, but that's super not true. It's just if you're a dickhead, you're gonna be treated like a dickhead. If you think you're better than everybody else, you're gonna get treated like a fucking dickhead. So just be cool. Just be a cool person, and we encourage everybody. I mean, if somebody starts comedy, they're not stealing anything from us. You know, they got to work their way up. I mean, most of us. I think the earliest or the youngest comedian in the group is. I think they're like 6 years in. So, you know what I mean. We've been doing it for a while. So if you're a new comic, you still have to take those steps to get there. So I mean, you really don't pose any threat until we get later into the comedy career and you get good. But even then, there's a lot of avenues, so it doesn't matter. You're not stealing anything from anybody else.
Message is, we're not bringing in new people right now.
Yeah,
Arthur.
yeah, man, yeah. Are you, Luke? Are you still doing the improv, the Reno Improv?
Well, we were until this COVID shit hit. But yeah, we had our 1-year anniversary show in February, and we also have a Thursday open mic, and once a month we do shows at this pizza place, the Blind Onion. So
nice.
and they definitely have different feels to both shows.
When do you usually do that? The pizza place?
It's Thursday at 7:30. It's like third Thursdays, and then we do fourth Fridays at Reno Improv. So
I see. Man, as soon as you guys do a Sunday show or a Wednesday show, fucking hit me up. That way I could couple it on to the Reno, the Pioneer Underground shows, because I kind of got reprimanded for doing your show. It was a fucking killer show, dude. I had a lot of fun. It was fucking awesome. I had so much fun headlining that show, dude. That was a great show, great turnout. Kind of too many comics, but it was fun.
It was our second show. Like like the first show, like two comics couldn't fucking be there. One was sick, and then one couldn't be there. So I got like freaked out. I'm like, oh, we need extra comics and shit.
Just in case somebody calls in. And then they all showed up. And then I was waiting for 3 hours to go on stage.
Yeah, it's a good show.
And I was like, I want a nap. Someone give me a nap. Yeah, but it was really cool. But yeah, the Dawn of Reno contacted me about doing that show. Basically, yeah, I wasn't as loyal as I thought I was. Whoops, sorry about that. But yeah, if you guys do like a Sunday or a Wednesday show, fucking hit me up, dude. I'd love to come down early or stay an extra day and do a show with you.
So you think like a Sunday show would work pretty well with comedians' schedules and
yeah, for sure.
Wayne probably wouldn't mind because he doesn't have a show that
he
day.
doesn't do. Yeah. Is the club closed on Sundays?
I think so. I don't perform there anymore.
The comedy,
I've never done a Sunday show.
Yeah, they'll do like the day shit during there. Yeah.
Then a Sunday night show at 6:30, 7 o'clock would be fucking perfect. You know.
Although I did find a loophole, I am technically performing there once a month as part of an improv group, and then Wayne just kind of shrugged. He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not performing comedy there. I'm not promoting any of my shows.
How dare you, Luke? How dare you?
But the improv group did plug in. And speaking of
plugging, I was like,
though,
oh shit. Because they're like, oh, we got Dead Panda comedy tomorrow night. I'm like, no, don't fucking say that.
Yeah, don't say anything about that. You're gonna get kicked out.
Nick, thank you so much for being guest number 10. We're now in double digits, and we couldn't have done it without you.
Nice.
We could have, but it wouldn't have been as good. Go ahead and plug like your Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Anything you want people to check out.
All right. You can find me on Instagram at Nick Larson Comedy. I also do photography. If you want to check that out, it's Nick Larson Photography. And then everything else is Nick Larson 85. Facebook, Twitter, and PayPal. Send donations. We need help. And then definitely thanks for being. I don't know where I'm gonna be. I don't have any shows coming up until the end of May, but tis been fun. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks so much for being on here. And yeah.
How long does it usually take for you guys to get these out?
It might be up tonight, might be up tomorrow.
Nice, perfect, dude. Yeah, shoot me an image and I'll promote it. Thank you guys, appreciate it. And you know what? I'll send you over the audio too. Thank you guys, appreciate you. Bye.